Greetings and welcome to the DevLook at Lords of the Fallen, an action RPG by CI Games, or essentially a Western take on a Dark Souls franchise. The CI Games wanted to replicate the success of Dark Souls series, but in a more Western manner, I guess. So if you never played Dark Souls, it's an action RPG with a heavy focus on a single enemy combat, if I were to put it in any way, and dreadfully hard enemy encounters. This game tries to be exactly that. So it has a very hard enemies, or rather it wants to have them. But I would actually say that this game is way more casual than the Dark Souls series. And there is a set of reasons for that. Let's just kill that mage before he murders me, because mages are a pain in the ass. Okay, so there is a set of reasons why these... Damn, it's right there. There's a set of reasons why this game is actually way easier than any Souls games. Okay, he's dead now. That's good. And one of them is that the combat is actually way more, I guess you could say casual. It's just not as hard as Souls, you know, and this game does not have as many dig moves that Souls had. So if you never played Souls, it was quite normal for the game to just have an encounter, you know, you walk through the door and there's some stupid enemy that just murders you right away. This is a very Soul thing, and I mean the thing is that once you die the game is not over. Oh no. Okay, let's try to get that guy quickly, because this is a mage as well and he's annoying as hell. So once you die the game actually does not, god damn it, the game does not end. But rather you respawn at your latest checkpoint, which in the case of Dark Souls were the bonfires, and here it's those magic crystals thing. You lose all your experience that you gained, or in Dark Souls again there was like souls. Okay, whatever. And you spend those experience here or souls in Dark Souls as a currency for pretty much... Oh god damn it, and I will demonstrate that right now. This game has some moments where it's quite easy to die actually. There is quite much less of them rather than in Souls, but they are there. So, let's see, there should be, the enemy should respawn actually now. Yeah, here we go. Has to die. Right, so you have those portals. Come on, come up. Or I don't know, it's not a portal, it's like crystal. And they have several features. Let's go actually pick up my experience points before they disappear. Kill that guy first. So, yeah, so the first one is that it's basically a checkpoint. So once you use it or activate it, you will respawn there once you're dead. Come on, spell. God damn it. Magic is... Yeah, there we go. Nice, critical. Okay, I am... Ouch! Son of a... My potion. Nope. There we go. Okay, yeah, so let's continue. It's quite hard to actually command on that and try to play it properly without dying horribly. No. Yep, nice, okay. I'm good. I think experience, yeah, there's my experience. And maybe I can as well describe the death system in Souls and this game as well. Okay, let's just stand here and wait until he explodes. Just minor damage, not a big deal. Okay, let's get my experience here and go back. So, yeah, the thing is that when you die you lose experience, which you can spend on your upgrades, or in Souls there was as well currency for trading with NPCs. Here it's a bit different. So this game is way less kind of a dig game, because it does not have this, you know, jump scares that just murder you because you don't know it's there. It's way more planned. You actually know what way awaits you. You can plan a bit in advance. And I would say it's actually much easier in general, because I spent, I think, 10 hours in the game now, so this is around 10 hours in the game. I did explore a lot, so I think I explored like pretty much all the areas that I could. And yeah, I think that's like half of the game actually. So I spent like 40 hours in Souls trying to get to the end of the game until I get like super frustrated, and I got like in 40 hours I got maybe to 40% or something if we believe walkthroughs. So yeah, this game is way easier. But let's get a look at actually while we're here at character development. So you have two things that you can spend your experience point on. The first one is attribute points, and the second one is spell points. So this is essentially the only things that the experience does in this game, aside from another one that I will talk about in a minute. As you can see here, I can use left trigger and right trigger to actually spend points on spell. I cannot spend points on spell points for some reason, but there's actually a problem here that I have with this game. I will talk about it a bit later, but I can spend it on attribute points. So as you can see here, I can add a bit. I can spend all of them, or I can spend less than I have. For example, I think it should be enough for one, right? Yep. Perfect. So let's get more strengths because it's always good. So every attribute point has a nice description which tells exactly what it does, aside from maybe luck. So it helps you to get better crafting materials, better rewards. I mean, that's pretty obvious as well, but it's not as quantified as, you know, agility or strength, which tells you, okay, this much damage, this much equipment burden, which is quite simple. So I have 2 spell points, as you can see. I got them from experience and from a spell point potion. And the problem is I have all my spells maxed already, and I don't know why I need those spell points. I cannot spend them on anything else, and this is like one of the problems this game has. There's actually 3 spell trees, I guess, or this like spell talents. I'm not sure if in a new game plus those will unlock and I will be able to spend the points there, maybe. But at the moment I just have 2 spell points. I spend like 10,000 XP maybe for them, and I cannot use them, so they are like completely useless. I don't know why I did that. As you can see, I have a level 58 character who's a warrior, and he's mostly going into physical stuff. You know, he's pretty heavyweight guy with a tower shields, and okay, I now have medium armor that is actually better than my heavy armor I had, but I usually take heavy armor. So what you can equip while we're at it, you have a set of weapons. As you can see, I have a axe in the main hand with a root embedded into it. And then I have a lot of different other weapons right here which have different stats. So, for example, here you can see it's a fist, but I can equip it and it will do 2 damage, which is completely awful because my axe does like 89. And the reason why it will do 2 is because I do not meet agility requirement. So it requires 20 agility, and I don't have that. But I still can equip it, but I will get basically a penalty for physical damage. As you can see there, it will be minus 18 damage because I don't meet requirement. And it works the same way with pretty much all the weapons here. So there's like short sword, dagger. Yeah, that's, for example, the staff that has, okay, it has agility requirement as well. I think I had some faith requirement weapons as well. Wait, do I have? Okay, those are actually faith, but they are pretty minor. So strength, those are like big. Yeah, okay, faith as well. Stuff. Yeah, so they're actually don't really have anything that requires more faith than I actually have. That's actually another problem of this game. So okay, let's talk about weapons first. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. So the weapons have several characteristics: damage, power, energy, weight, and actually the speed of attack. Those are, I guess, the most important. And then there is the attribute scale, which is an interesting system this game has, which basically the more attributes you have, the primary attribute for weapons. So this one, for example, primary attribute is strength, as you can see. The more strengths I have, the more the damage of this weapon will scale with my strength. So even if I picked it up, you know, at the low level, and then I got way higher level, if I have large number of strengths, the weapon will still attack better. So you can kind of carry it with you until you find something ridiculously more powerful, you know. Kind of scales. It's a nice system. It forces you, not even forces you, it gives you basically an option to carry around something nice for a longer time, you know, because you just scale it with your stats. It's quite nice. So then you have your potions. Healing potions they work the same way as in Dark Souls, so you can carry a limited amount of them, and you can increase this amount by fighting empty bottles. And you can drink them whenever you want, and they refill at checkpoints. So once you activate checkpoints, it will refill all your potions, if the checkpoint is new. So there's a magic shard, which essentially just restores your magic, and there is stuff like some interesting things, like for example the ghost merge shard, which actually brings back your ghost and all the experience that you've lost somewhere far away. This is pretty handy to have if you have a lot of experience and die somewhere far away. Okay, let's see. There's like the resistance shards, which is boring. The other interesting ones are attribute shards, which grant you additional attributes, and you can find them by exploring. And the spell shards, which grant you additional spell points. Again, I have so many of them, I don't know what to do with them, and as far as I understood, there is no way to dump them anywhere or trade them for anything, which is a bit sad. And that's actually pretty much it for the system, like the inventory and equipment system of this game. You can use runes to empower your weapons or change the stats a bit, but and I mean that gives like additional layer of customization for a character. Oh, no. Let's hit him with a spell. There you go. Bang, you see that? Yep, oh, he dropped something. So this is how the loot looks in this game. So all the loot looks like this. There's no way to distinguish it by looking at it. So all of this is like crystals on the ground, that's it, in the chests or whatever. We got the magic energy shard, which works for us. So there's a blacksmith here, and I can demonstrate you the sharding system. Use that.
We'll meet again.
So you unlock this guy at one point in the game, and he will basically spawn at any anvil you will find, and you can do your crafting stuff there. So there is a set of interesting systems with the craft. Like one of them is that, you have runes that you can embed into weapon that do different things. So this one, for example, Flawless Luck rune, as you can see, it increases the attribute scale, meaning that it will scale the weapon with your, in this case, strengths better. So it will do more damage. If you can see, if I remove it, it does 70, but if I include it, that's plus 4% attribute scale. That means I will do 89 damage because I have a higher strength than it requires. It works the same way, so there's like different set of runes. They do different things like poison damage, like magic resistance, attack power, attribute scale, fire damage, whatever. And the interesting thing is that how you acquire those runes. You actually find those small and big runes that are locked, and you have to actually unpack them. How you do this is that you hold the button and it will break the rune, and will give you a random rune essentially. What you can do is actually, okay, this is one more way to use experience. You can bet your experience like this to get a better rune once it breaks. And we got a higher magic rune. I'm not sure what this does. Where is it? Higher magic rune. Attack power plus 5, magic block defense 7%, magic defense 3. Okay. I like to keep at least 3 small runes and 1 big rune in my inventory, because you can use them to open some doors and chests, which sometimes have pretty nice stuff inside. But yeah, so this is the rune system. More of exploding assholes. Ouch. Okay, he exploded faster than I could kill him. So yeah, and that's pretty much it about the game systems. What is that thing? Don't tell me I have to kill that. Okay, I guess let's open this one. So, everything else... Wait, no. Did I just release him? Pretty much everything else in this game works... Oh, in the same way. Additional weapon that you have is this gauntlet. It has 3 fire modes and is the only ranged weapon in the game. If you play Dark Souls... Wait, no, I didn't want to leave. I haven't explored everything yet. Sorry. If you play Dark Souls, you actually know that the Souls had a very incredible range system, which was very cool and, very well crafted and was very interesting to play with. This game does not have any range system aside from the gauntlet, which is pretty basic. So you have your normal attack. This one is imbued with the poison rune, so it shoots poison, as you can see. You have a blast, which just does this, like just a shotgun in front of you, basically. And then you have a explosive, so it's like a grenade that you can throw and it will explode there. So I have it imbued with fire, so it does this fire thing. And that's it. Then you can use either dual wield or shield and weapon or two-handed weapon, or the same way that Souls works. You can take your weapon in two hands and that will increase the damage and speed of attacking. But again, that will give you less defense, because shields are pretty effective. As I was saying, the same way as with Souls, this game actually do not have any map whatsoever, so you have to either remember everything or have some sort of a PDF file or printed out map nearby you to navigate the world properly, but I prefer to just remember all the routes. Does not always works, but this game is pretty easy to navigate actually. So what are the problems in this game? So the first one is that the magic is extremely powerful. Like in Dark Souls it was the same way, so the magic was powerful, but it was super risky to use it. The way it works here is that I have this 4 spells. Prayer is, I wouldn't say it exactly, it was useful on bosses. What it does is sets this sort of clone of you that attracts enemies and they will attack him, and then it heals you a bit. If you can see, my HP bar goes up very slowly. It is useful against like large bosses or whatever, but it does dies pretty quickly, so not exactly the best one. Rage is a thing that basically buffs you for a short duration, so you will have an attack buff. Then I have 2 attacking skills. One of them is Ram, which is like, I guess you can call that ranged attack. So I actually go here already. Okay, let's kill that guy. So one of them is like ranged attack. Let's try, there should be a second guy here somewhere. Oh, there he is. So I can do that, and then my clone runs and smack him. Okay, that was actually pretty effective. It probably works pretty nice when the enemies are near the edge of the chasm or something like this. And then I have the last one, which is Quake, which is the most powerful. So you activate that like this. Then you can just close yourself with the shield and your copy will smack enemies very hard and they will just die. Okay, let's activate this checkpoint. I guess I can see something there. Shall we try to jump there maybe? You can jump in this game, so you can use a button to run, and then if you press it again, pretty much same way as the Dark Souls works, you will jump. Pretty hard to pull off actually, especially in the places like this. Let's try. Whoa. No, god damn it. This is why I hate it. There's no way to stop this roll, so you have to be very careful when you jump and where you stop exactly. Okay, let's try that again. My XP should be right here. Oh, nope. You should die. So, the same way as in Souls, this game is about, repeating and getting more XP and leveling up and learning how to play it properly. But since it's way less of a dig fest than the Souls, it's quite much easier to do. Whoa, what the hell is that? How am I expect to fight this guy? He's like, whoa. That is not very good. So, can I open the chest while they are? Yep, maybe I can grab it. Yep, nice. Okay, so there's just some equipment stuff here. Fist, perfect. I'm not even a rogue. Why do I need that? Okay, I guess let's jump back. And of course I fall down. Whatever, it's quite close to the checkpoint, so it doesn't matter. So what are the problems? Well, the first one is actually exactly the same as the Souls has. Some of the controls, since there are so many of them, are bound to the same buttons. Some of the controls are pretty fiddly, like for example running and jumping. It can be extremely annoying. God, it spawned there. I hate you. No! Yes, okay, I've got it. Let's try to jump back. Why? How the hell do you jump back? Game, I hate you already. Yeah, so the second issue is with these spell points. I'm not sure, maybe it's just me who's dumb. Okay, let's get that guy. You know what, I think let's just use this potion that will give it back to me. There we go. It's not that much XP, but let's ram that guy. Bang, here you go. Okay, so it wasn't that much XP, but still I want it back. Because then I can show you the next system that this game has, and as well the next problem. So the thing is that in Souls... Come on, cast the spell. In Souls, the experience was the currency for pretty much everything. Here it's basically spent only for breaking rules, okay. Whoa, 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 where did you come from? It's actually a mage. Oh, shit, okay, I guess that was reflect damage actually. I was killed them before they tried to cast that, so I am not sure what the hell is going on. So, as I was saying, the experience here is... Again, those little guys. Yes, you please die. Okay, ram that guy. Break, okay, here we go. The idea with the experience is that actually the more you have it with you here, yeah, whatever, the more you gain, and the higher chance of monsters dropping everything have. So basically, if you see on the right side when I get experience, there's this multiplier, and that is essentially what I will get, how much experience bonus I will get, and as well, let's kill that guy. Yes, please die quickly. There we go. No, dodge out of it. Okay, he still damaged me. So this multiplier is essentially the amount of experience, bonus experience I will get, and as well the multiplier for the drop values. Do we have to go there or something? So the bigger the multiplier, the more, the higher the possibility that enemies will drop something of a good value actually. Won't be far enough. There's something there, but how do I get there? It's just a bit tricky. Okay, let's try to find a way actually. Meanwhile, I will try to talk about the errors or issues with this game. I guess the biggest one for most of the people is the PC port issue. There, the first thing is that actually on my hardware it's not running 60 FPS. I get 40 maybe a bit more when not recording. So, and the thing is that, okay, I don't have the top hardware, and it's not NVIDIA card because this game was optimized for NVIDIA GPUs. But, you know, still that's pretty poor performance on the card that is quite good. And there is a lot of people in forums who complain about the performance of this game, not just performance in terms of FPS, but as well performance in terms of you know, game overall, because there are people complaining that game won't start at all, or crashes, or starts lagging after a few hours of playing. Never had that issue. Works fine for me, but you better check forums, and I would even suggest waiting until they fix all of that. So what did that lever do actually? And this is the biggest complaint I guess about the game. And the second one would be that if you are a Dark Souls fan and you are looking for a game that would be the same difficulty and the same length, you know, that you could put in 200 hours to finish this game, you probably won't find it here. This game is way easier than Souls, and it took me, what was it? Yeah, as I said, 10 hours, and I am halfway through, maybe even more. I've read that people finished it in 15 to 20 hours on Steam forums without exploring everything, I think, but still, you know, in Souls it's not even possible to beat, I don't know, 10% maybe in that time. Maybe if you played it at least once, then you can try to do that, but not on your first try, not in under any circumstances. I don't think there's anyone who can do that. So if you're looking for a successor of Souls or for something of similar difficulty, you won't find it here. On the other hand, if you're looking for a Dark Souls that does not tries to irritate you and murder you on every step, which is something I would actually love, and I'm enjoying this game quite a lot, then this is the game that you should try. This door is closed, right? Yep. Okay, because this game is not just much easier than Souls, it is as well, from my perspective, quite much more enjoyable because of that. So it has the pretty similar combat system, and you know, it's quite easy to get into, but it's sometimes very challenging to fight the very especially tougher enemies. And I love the fact that this game does not try to do any dick moves and murder me and under, you know, in stupidest ways. It gives me opportunity to actually fight, and this is pretty awesome. So where the hell do I go now? So yes, if you are looking for Souls, this game is not for you. If you tried Souls and suffered horribly and want something more casual, then I would recommend this game like wholeheartedly. It's pretty good. But wait for the patches until they fix all the issues. Let's go try to kill a boss, shall we? And I think we can wrap this video up somewhere there. Whoa, where did you come from? There we go. So, enjoyable combat. Very, very Dark Souls-esque. 8 potions. Come on. You do have backstabs here as well, actually. I was not able to show it to you because sometimes it's quite hard to get behind the guys there. I think it was a save point somewhere. Was it there? Okay. But yeah, I enjoyed every hour of this game, actually. Yeah, sure, it has its downsides, and you know, the spell points, I've got no idea where to put them, or if I can unlock the second. Ow! Yep, that can happen well. Bang. The spells are ridiculously powerful. Damage. Oh yeah, I remembered one more issue. The lock that actually you can make on the characters tends to disappear. Like if I just look around from him, sometimes that actually happens because just camera wiggles around and the lock can just disappear. And this is like one of the most annoying locks or bugs of this game has, especially when you do the boss fights. Another difference from the Souls is actually in the Souls, once you died, you would have monsters. No, not once you died. Once you actually used the bonfire, the monsters would respawn. So every time you want to refill your health potions, the mobs would respawn and you have to fight with them again. Which, again, from my opinion, was a dick move, and it was extremely annoying to combat with. You know, here this doesn't happen. It works a bit differently. So the way it works is that you have those crystal things. I'm not even sure, like, yeah, basically crystals. What you can do is you can use them, which will refill your health and your potions, and drop some of those small crystals down. Which means the next time I use it, it will refill less of my, or rather, it will give me less potions. So it would, like, if I would use the potions now and use the crystal again, I would get less potions refilled because I already used it. This basically stops you from abusing it. The way it resets is either when you use another one or when you die. So once you're dead, all the monsters respawn and you can basically farm them again, I guess. I think that's the expected way of farming experience here. Actually, I have enough experience. Yeah, whatever, let's just go kill the boss. So yeah, I actually find this thing that basically once you refill the potions, you do not get the mobs respawns. Very nice one. Whoa, what the heck? No, you don't. Whoa, holy crap. That guy is... Okay, let's try to smack him in the face, actually. That was pretty effective. As I already was saying, the magic in this game is pretty overpowered. And my tower shield is pretty cool too. Nope. Here we go. And magic one more time. Let's hit him in the face. Bang. Here we go. Now let's hit him like this. Oh. No, God. Whoa. Okay, that was pretty painful. Let's drink a potion. There we go. I should say that the bosses are, well, they are pretty entertaining, but they are not hard, you know. I think I died only a few times. Like most of the bosses, I defeated either from first or second try once I figured out what was the thing of the boss. Okay, now he will shoot this stuff. Yeah, whatever. Now I dodge it, so this is basically the only dangerous attack he has. Now I can just block everything with my shield. And then just smack him with my skill, and... okay, that was not a hit. Oh, no. So yeah, the bosses are relatively easy, especially, you know, again, comparing to Souls, where in the first, like, I spent... I don't even know how many hours for the first boss. This damned guy on the bridge took me ages to kill. But once again, when I killed him, that was very satisfying. But still, you know, it's a way too masochistic game. Oh, god damn it. No. Go back. Drink the potion. There we go. Let's cast a spell. Come here. Bang. Okay, nice one. Few more hits, I guess, and he's dead. Come on. Hit. Can I kill him with that? Yep, and he's dead. So as you can see, the bosses here are, well, quite much easier than in Souls. Probably if I would to encounter this guy first time in a Souls, I would just die horribly. So what the hell is going on with my hero? Like every time you kill someone, he does this strange animation with players flying towards him and then something happens. I killed the Guardian, perfect. So he probably dropped some fat loot, so let's have a look. There's a loot crystal. Silveron Firewalker, short sword. I wonder if it requires a lot of, where is it? A lot of agility as well. Claws, last resort. That's boring. Where is it? Yeah, 23 agility, so it's basically a rogue weapon. There is 3 classes actually in the game, the same as the three talent trees, like the rogue one, the warrior one that I'm playing, and the cleric one. So rogue, as you might imagine, is like fast guy who's focusing on like killing one enemy. The warrior, as you can see, is like a brute force, heavy weapon, and probably will mostly be two-handed stuff, but I prefer like shield and a weapon. And the rogue is, and the cleric is like a magic kind of guy. And there's another thing I can actually show you before we wrap it up. Yeah, so the cleric is more like a magic user with face and staves and all that stuff. Probably the cleric is extremely overpowered, or maybe it's just because I made a warrior who's like extremely tanky and has a lot of face and you know, can just one-shot pretty much everything aside from bosses with his spells. But yeah, it's still pretty cool. Okay, so this is one of the other interesting things that this game does differently from the Souls series. This is challenges. They usually unlock after you kill a boss, and once you enter them, you have to do something to get loot. So this one seems to be... yeah, of course they will attack me. Let's just smack him with a spell. There we go. Half of them dead. Nice. No, I want to target you. Actually, target switching as well does not really work quite so well. I would prefer to do it like the same way in the Souls, when you can just use the right stick to switch targets, but here it does not work this way. There's a variety of challenges, there's not just one, and I think I haven't actually encountered even one that would look similar, not sure how many there are. So those are more like puzzles, or sometimes it's arenas actually. Like when it's an arena, then you just come in and there's like a circle, you stand in the center, and then the monsters start going out, and well, you have to kill them all. Once you kill them all, the chest spawns and you get your reward, which sometimes is quite nifty. Like for example, this way I got a trinket that adds plus 10 maximum weight capacity, which is actually pretty awesome because I can just carry any heavy armor and still be very mobile. How many of you are here? Some like zombie apocalypse. Oh, here we go, backstab. So this is basically almost guaranteed one-hit kill for pretty much any crit there. If you can get it. I guess getting this with... Oh, no. What are you doing? Why is he eating my stamina? There we go. Just chug a bottle. Okay. So I guess getting the backstabs with Rogue would be quite much easier. Oh, another one. Nice. Okay. Because, I mean, you know, the heavier armor you wear, the harder it is to actually move, and the slower you move. So you can actually move quite much faster if you wear a light armor and have like smaller daggers or some dual wield stuff. Ah, I see you, chests. So you get a lot of loot. No? Did I do something wrong? Did I screw this challenge up? Oh no. What is that? That is a boss. Okay, just when I decided to pick something up and tell you that the game had no issues for me at all, it just crashed, and looks like it last save point was before I killed the boss, so I guess it's a good time to wrap this up. So, this was Lords of the Fallen. It's pretty good, especially if you enjoy Dark Souls and wanted something more casual. Does have some issues, mostly technical though, and well, I mean, it's quite simple, so if you're looking for another Souls, this is not what you're looking for. But yeah, I would recommend it if you want a good action RPG with complex combat, you know, the stamina-based stuff, and well, magic is a bit overpowered, but still fun to play. So, thank you for watching, and as always, see you during the next update. Bye!